Welcome everyone to this week's episode of Drunken Gamer, where we talk about recent happenings in the video game industry. I'm your host, Mike. We have an awesome show for you today, and I have no idea what else to say to stretch that sequence out any longer. Seriously, I need a team of writers to help me with this kind of stuff. Anyway, we got a good show for you today. This week, I'm enjoying my favorite mixture of hot chocolate and whiskey. Weather's been pretty little bipolar would be the best way to describe it. It's cold today, it's supposed to be raining this evening, so it's really hard to tell what the hell this nature is thinking out here. Freaking California weather. Anyway, cheers. Lovely. Alright, so let's get right to this. Now, as many gamers know, whenever a game does well in its initial release, it inevitably gets a sequel. If it does well enough, it can see multiple sequels. In some cases, these sequels get spammed to all hell and flood the market so much that it causes a number of people to actually lose interest faster than if the series just stopped right at that point. Now, where am I getting at with this? Consider this a bit of a message to Ubisoft, to who I want to say, slow the fuck down, you guys! Anyway, earlier this week, Ubisoft made the official reveal of Assassin's Creed 4, which would be coming later this year to Xbox 360, PS3, Wii U, and next-gen platforms. Now, normally I would be excited as fuck for this, as I've enjoyed previous iterations of the Assassin's Creed series. Well, some of them. Revelations can go suck a fat one. Point is, I consider myself a bit of a fan of the series. Time periods are fun to romp through, it's not afraid to take a few jabs at religion, and the gameplay gets improved with each chapter in the series. And with it, Desmond becomes less and less of a whiny bitch. But here's the reason as to why I'm having a hard time getting myself excited for Assassin's Creed 4. 3 was just released, not even 6 months ago. We're nearing the tail end of a console generation, and the company is now deciding to release another new title. I mean, yeah, the thing has apparently been in development for 2 years, but still, what was keeping them from holding off until the new consoles actually came in? I mean, we just had the PS4 reveal a couple weeks back, the Wii U is already available for consumers, and rumors are flying about the Xbox 720 reveal that's coming later this year. What was keeping them from just saying, hey, maybe we should just wait up a bit on this one instead of shoving it out the door as soon as possible in a vain attempt to cash in on the series' popularity? I don't know. I'd just like to know what they were thinking when they made the decision, but I don't. I can't have that ability. I mean, don't get me wrong, being able to play as a pirate sounds pretty cool, and doing some swashbuckling and raiding of other ships is pretty attractive. And as a bonus, they've already managed to piss off PETA, who have chosen the fact that they've included whaling as an activity in the game to get their panties in a bunch, saying that it glorifies hurting and killing animals.
You stupid, ignorant son of a bitch, dumb bastard! Jesus Christ, I've met some dumb bastards in my time, but you outdo them all. Get over there!
Of course, PETA conveniently is unaware of the historical standpoint of its inclusion, as whaling was a very common activity back in the time period of the game. Whales were normally hunted back then for their meat, which was a fucking lot of it, and their oils, which was made into wax for candles and fuel for oil lamps. You know, before electricity was commonplace. Nowadays, whaling is largely prohibited because of dwindling whale populations, as well as the existence of alternate means to lighting our homes, like the lamp that's sitting right across from me in this room. The fact that they get more butthurt over the fact that PETA gets more butthurt over the fact that the ability to hunt digital whales is in the game over the fact that you're playing as an assassin tasked to kill numerous humans kind of explains just how fucked up their priorities are. Come on, fucking Aquaman would likely be more lenient about this shit than PETA is.
Whales! Someone, get him out of here! On the whale!
Of course, this is also the same group of people that believe that Mario actually skins tanuki raccoons and puts on their fur, and even went so far as to make a parody game out of it that not only plays like ass, but looks like something conceived by H.P. Lovecraft. Oh, PETA, when will you ever stop making complete asses of yourselves? Ah, lovely. Going back to the topic of game reveals, Thief 4 was revealed as a thing as well, though to much less fanfare than AC4. Thief 4 is currently planned to see a release in 2014 on the PS4, PC, and other next-gen software. The title has been in development since 2009, and Square Enix is set to publish the game. Now, I want to be real honest with you guys here. I am not a fan of the Thief series. Now that all 3 of the Thief fans that were watching this video have closed the tab, I'd like to elaborate more on that last sentence. See, I can appreciate the games for what they brought to the table for their time. High emphasis on stealth, lots of tools to use, multiple solutions to a given problem, an interesting setting, pretty badass protagonist in Garrett. Needless to say, the games have a lot going for them. Unfortunately, they also have aged horribly, as the controls are flat out terrible, the enemy AI teeters from insanely oblivious to damn near psychic, the plot is a jumbled mess, and the first 2 titles in particular are just littered with bugs and glitches. I ran into 2 glitches that prevented me from completing stages in the second game. 2! Then Thief Deadly Shadows was just such a frustrating mess that I just flat out stopped playing it to save myself from the resulting stress. Point is, me and the Thief series have a pretty hard relationship with each other. Now, I imagine all the Thief fans watching this right now are saying to themselves, well, fuck, this guy just sucks at video games or stealth games. Not true. I've played Dishonored, which is an insanely awesome game that does everything Thief offers, but actually makes it work right. And I've played the shit out of Mark of the Ninja, which I am not afraid to say is probably one of the best stealth games ever made, since it also does everything Thief is known for, but actually has good controls and a storyline that makes sense. The problem I have with the Thief series is that, while they did bring a lot of good concepts to the table, the execution for all of them is just fucking terrible. I mean, this game originally came out in an era where FPS games were in their prime, and you're telling me I can't even control a character that can swing a goddamn sword properly? Or run faster than the guard trying to get away from me? Or even walk around in a disguise without fucking cultist jackasses ratting me out when I'm not even doing anything suspicious? Look, I know the games have their own kind of following, and they would have gotten this far if they didn't have some sort of fan base. All I want from Thief 4 is really simple. Make the game fucking work right! Keep the emphasis on stealth. Keep the non-linear stage progression. Keep Garrett as the main character. I just want a Thief game that is actually fun to play, while keeping the amount of frustrating moments to a minimum. Make the controls not suck. Make the AI not have supersonic senses. Have the plot make sense. Make sure it's not filled with bugs. Playtesting exists now. You can do this. Do what Dishonored and Mark of the Ninja did for stealth games and make it fun. Do all of these things, and I swear, Square Enix, I will give you a 5 fucking star review for it. Serious talk. That is all I'm asking for. I'm asking you, please deliver on this. Apologies for the bit of a rant, but like I said, me and the Thief series have a really rough relationship, and I've yet to find a title in the series that I actually like. Anyway, that about wraps things up for this week. Remember to hit the subscribe button down below, and like us on Facebook so that you can stay in touch with whenever new videos and trailers go up on the channel. And I hope to have a Drunken Gaming run through up at some point. I'm experimenting with a lot of stuff, trying to figure out how shit works, why shit is not working, why shit does work. Ugh, excuse me there. And I think that's the hot chocolate and whiskey telling me that I'm talking too much. Anyway, that about does it for this episode. I'll try and get that Drunken Gaming thing done when I can figure things out. Until then, I'll see you guys next time.
Now, but where did your armor go?
I had a hell of a day, Vegeta. I sank their battleship. And their whales.